Grand Final, qualifier number 5, everybody. Another best of 3 series, Tomb of the Spider Queen. And yes, happy Panda right here. Because we have a pretty amazing Grand Final match on our hands. It's a best of 3 series. And Team goes up against the Chili Donuts. And this should be fun. Because first and foremost, we have a sub today for Team It's Quacknix. Dino is... Apparently Dino hasn't shown up. I don't know if they knew beforehand or not. Some guys were alleging that he is nursing a hangover. Since it's by now 5 PM, I doubt that that's still the case. So I would assume that it's something else. But either way, Quacknix is subbing in today for Dino. And that is obviously a lot of fun. Quacknix is now a semi-professional, at least I think so, paddle tennis player. So that's something that brings him to Spain quite a lot, and he still hasn't visited me. But as far as I know, he is in the top 10 of Sweden, so it seems to be going pretty well. They ban out Zarya after the semi-final that was just played by the Chili Donuts. I don't blame them. And if you are only catching the series and you're looking at the screen, you're thinking like, what the hell are the Chili Donuts? Then this is a mixed team between Chili Mountain and the Donuts. Because both were suffering from the same problem. After Smexy and Wooby left Chili Mountain, they were short 2 players, and some of the team members of the Donuts have been apparently missing in action for quite some time now and can't participate in the tournaments. That's the reason why they did not participate in any additional qualifiers for the X-Cup Fall. So they just looked at it and said, like, you know what, guys, why don't we just merge, form a new team, and then qualify for the X-Cup Fall playoffs together? And it's working. I mean, they are in the Grand Final, so even if they lose to Team they are locking in 7 points. That's a big first step into the right direction. It's only qualifier number 5, so they have plenty of qualifiers where they can accumulate additional points and they secure themselves a spot in the playoffs. So it's awesome to have that team here, and I mean, it is a powerhouse. I mean, what's going on in the fall season? Seriously. We have a team with Mane, Breeze, Wooby, Smexy. I mean, it's crazy. And then you're looking at the lineup here. Rutsu, Lauber, Make, Ixia, Berghold. So I am so happy with the level of play that we're seeing here at the X-Cup Fall qualifiers. It is fantastic. And this qualifier has been pretty interesting for several reasons. One of the big ones is that the Hados, they were actually eliminated in the first round by the MC Academy, who's of course another one of these up-and-coming teams that is really leaving their mark in some of those qualifiers. But yeah, X-Cup Fall, it's all about the playoffs. 4,000 euros of prize money will be played out there, all sponsored by our Mr. X, an anonymous Heroes of the Storm fan that has been playing the game ever since Alpha, and a huge fan of the competitive scene in HGC and wants to help now that HGC is no more. So in this case, we got Maiev, Brightwing, Sylvanas and Nunuburak claimed. Ultralisk gets to play his Maiev. They picked her very early. He goes still for the aggression, and also the pick into Brightwing with all the games that we're seeing now with her makes a lot of sense, despite the fact that this is Tomb. And it's of course also a huge wave clear that we're getting. Quacknix on Sylvanas will be fun as well. Whereas now Vala and Stukov are the final picks for the Donuts. And guys, that is a double support with Dehaka Blaze in the main tank position, and Make playing Vala. Okay. I mean, hell yeah. Double frontline, double support, keeping Vala alive and trying to allow them to really murder them here. Max Passion, final pick. They need the side lane. Tomb of the Spider Queen is the map, and it is URL. Let's go, everybody. We're gonna get our first map in the best of 3 series here at the grand final of the qualifier. Let's see which team pulls ahead and takes the lead on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Game number 1, grand final time. Team against the Chili Donuts. The chili crispy donuts with some cream filling. Oh, I'm hungry. I need my coffee and a couple of donuts with this. Honestly, if I would eat donuts every single time that I cast this team, I would be fat by now. Ultralisk is playing Maiev for the blue team. We got Banana Age on Brightwing, Max Passion on Ural, Masquerade on Anubarak, and Quacknix on Sylvanas. On the right side of the map, we got the Donuts with Mak on Vala, Rutsu on Stukov, Berghold is playing Dehaka, Ixir on Ana, and Lauber is playing Blaze. So, while we are on the topic of donuts, out of curiosity, name 2 things. Your favorite donut chain, if you have one, and your favorite type of donut. I'm actually a little bit curious to see what we're gonna get there. But yeah, right now, I'm hungry. Okay, so we got a level 1. The new habits here. Can't teach an old dog new tricks, but apparently Blaze can still learn. First he takes the cockroach down, and now he's looking for his unstoppable frames and all of this. So easy kill against the blue team. It would be kind of amazing if they are able to win this series. Forming a new team and then still taking the top dog out right away. That would be pretty impressive. Anyways, all the way top side. They're still rotating to claim those gems. When we're talking about Tomb of the Spider Queen, it's of course all about turn-ins, building a bit of momentum, trying to get some kills in on the other side and deny gems to your opponent. Well, but as you can see, the level 1 we also have the fire at will now. With that lineup that they're running here, of course you want to go into a multi-shot build so that you have the added wave clear. Can use that as well. And they are starting to make the play. Down at the bottom of the map, Lauba is moving in, so is Marke, alright. They're trying to get a kill on Sylvanas, but he's still totally fine and he's turning it around quickly. Yeah, Vala against... Oh boy, Ultralisk. Yeah, they got close to getting the drop. He was below 100 HP for a moment there. Vala against Sylvanas, that's a nice battle for sure. And down to the bottom of the map, it is time for Max, Passion and Backhul to get locked into that 1v1 that they are going to fight out on lane. Both of them just focusing on the minion waves, as you can see here. All the way up at the top, an attempt to go for Masquerade, but with the new Burak, he is able to dive out of the fight. And Quartnix, he's suffering here. They are pressuring him hard. I assume that he's waiting for the cooldown on his fountain, because he is lingering around with pretty much no hit points at all. And since there's no resistance, the attack topside is now dropping a lot of damage on structures. Yes, they are able to take nearly everything down. The entire wall has been destroyed. That's a great opening for them. So they're exploiting that little weakness perfectly. Quack being so low and not having the fountain cooldown up just doesn't allow him to go toe-to-toe with them and try to deep push. So they just went in, took the towers down, took the gate down, and that opens the lane up for a potential push with Web Weavers later on in the game. Max Passion with an attempt to turn in, but it gets denied for now. Only 6 gems have been delivered. Top, Banana H. Yeah, he's still flapping around here. Flapping those little ugly weathery links. Gotta hate Brightwing. Friend, friend, friend. Screw the fruit fly. Ah! The Haga is dead. First kill for the blue team. And by the way, since there's still people that don't really understand why I hate Brightwing so much, you gotta understand, at the beginning of the game, when Heroes of the Storm was released, there was a bit of a problem, because every single time that Brightwing would make an action and appear on screen, Brightwing would go into the same voice line, friend, friend, and it was so fucking annoying. If you had to cast that thing over and over again, it just started to piss you off after a while. And yeah, then there was the fruit fly infestation. That was another problem. I think there's still a video on my channel somewhere about it. But so there is just this animosity against Brightwing that I still harbor. Nothing against it, well, a little bit against the hero in general. But yeah, fruit fly and I were not going to be friends. It's a little bit like Anduin. At the end of the day, it's honestly the same reason. It's just if you're forced to watch any of this or listen to them for too long, then I'm just going to get annoyed. 7-7, that's the levels now. We got the talents in, 1 kill to 2, but the first Web Weaver wave is coming down for the red team. Alright, here we go. Let's go, ladies. Let's try and see how much they can do, especially, of course, with the top already opened up. Can they take that fort down? That's going to be the big question. Level 7 talents are ready on both sides. We got the growing infestation here. And they are pushing, of course, through the top lane where there's no towers left. They go for the fountain very, very early. Masquerade can maybe pre-tap here if he has a cooldown. Doesn't seem like it. And they're getting good damage on the cockroach. Masquerade retreats. And this lane is in real trouble. Yeah, they're coming in for it and they're trying to take it down. Everybody... Banana H with 23 gems, he is a prime target now. Everybody is getting their fly swatters out and are trying to slap the Brightwing. But right now, we got... Oh, nice. We got a very nice isolation of Quartnix. Yep, he got out. But, oh boy, that is definitely kicking up his pulse a little bit. Adrenaline is pumping as Quack is barely able to get out of there. That was close. That was definitely close. Too close for comfort. So at the top, the fort has indeed fallen. In the middle, they're still working on the wall. And down to the bottom of the map, I mean, this is the one that was the easiest to defend for them, I assume. Urel did well, so they're looking good. But it's level 9 versus level 9. Yeah, exactly. That's what I just said. But yeah, they're gonna get level 10. And that is, of course, going to change things just a little bit if we have that team fight before the blue team can turn in. The goal would be for the Donuts to move in, get a few kills, deny the gems, and just prevent the turn-in from ever happening. I don't think they can really do that. But for now, Berghult is guarding the bottom turn-in spot pretty well. And they have Masquerade here once more. And Masquerade, of course, one of the best, if not the best tank these days in Europe. Now, of course, we had some of the old tank players coming back, Breeze being one of them. But Masquerade just excelling again in the Chile Mountain Fall Cup just yesterday, where he was able to take first place with his team and win the championship. Down here, Rutsu gets attacked. Oh, he gets out. The double support keeping things alive as they're turning it on Max Passion. Can they get that kill, though? They can't. Urel gets out. You just can't kill the Space Goat. She's too damn powerful. Berghult wants the drag, doesn't get it. They're all pressured back, but they all survive. And that is the big deal here. Nobody died. Nobody on the blue team side died in that encounter. And they were so close. Urel in particular should have fallen, one might argue. Another attempt to go for her. And Max Passion is hopping out and couldn't care less. Not a care in the world. Brightwing with the heals. Ultralisk also attacked. And while all of this happens, and they still don't lose a hero, Enubarak went to the top and turned in. They get the Web Weavers. They have the opportunity to push. And they have all 5 heroes on the map now. Nicely done. Very, very nicely done. Okay, so right now we have the jump onto Rutsu. That would of course be crazy. If they can get a kill here, oh boy. Here comes the drag attempt again. Berghult, he gets turned on. Still attempting to turn it around. Needs to wait for the cooldown though if they want to have an impact here. It's Blaze in the middle of the map as the main tank in this composition for the Donuts that deals with the Enubarak. But the attack is still going strong. Here comes a very nice lurking arm to save Sylvana, to save Macke on his Vala, but they are pushing through the bottom. They're using Sylvana as best they can. Look at Quacknix, making sure that there is no chance for the red team to save this fort. It falls, and at the top, things are pretty dire too. Once again, Masquerade pushed the lane in. The wall is gone, and that fort is suffering and losing a lot of HP. The middle of the map is currently looking the best for the Chili Donuts. They at least are able to keep that wall semi-intact here. Damage output that we've seen throughout the game. 25,000 for Vala, 23,000 for Maiev. So looking good on that account at least. But yeah, crazy, crazy development in the game here early on. Some of these fights were just incredible. Saving all of that. It doesn't really look like it if you look at the kill count. It's only 3 kills in the game, right? But some of these fights, in other games, I'd say we would have seen 2-3 heroes fall at least. But here, very disciplined, moving back in time, and now a double camp is being sent en route by Team A. They go for the Siege Giants, they go for their own mercenary camp, that's their hard camp. And, well, with that, they got a chance to turn in, again, 42 gems in their hands, 80 for the red team. Everybody has tons and tons of gems here. But here comes Stukov, interrupting them. Vision already granted by Macke. Level 13 talents are now also available. That gives us a virulent reaction. And Macke is stacking his level 1. He's sitting at 33 stacks for now. He's connecting a few more multi-shots. And has now gone into the Tempered by Discipline on level 13. They try to turn on him. And Macke, yes, the double support keeps him alive, but they are cut. They're completely cut from the map. Nice pew-pew from Anna. And Anna is keeping them alive and kicking. Macke is getting out of all of this one. The disc has been used in the middle of the map, but thanks to the bunker, everybody is still alive. Unbelievable. The double support here, so powerful once again with sustain. Chili Donuts able to save Macke's Vala. And now they're looking for the turn-in. The Siege Giants at the bottom of the map, they might still become a problem then again. Interrupt is ready. 31 gems for Lauber. If he delivers, that would mean a lot. But there's the drag, missing. They're interrupting Lauber again. He's forcing these moves. He's forcing them to get close. Another shove. Stukov, get the hell out of here. Bam! Straight to the face. So here we go. Another move straight up for, yeah, Brightwing and Sylvanas, but it didn't connect. The blue team is able to turn in, then again, the red team just lingering at the turning point the entire time, and instead it's all happening topside where Max Passion turns his gems in. Yeah, now we got them with Web Weaver wave number 2 and with the kill. And this could be a snowball effect right here, right now. Stukov dead, one of the supports gone. Ana, Cocoon, they try to get the kill, and all of them are low. Look at Make. Make is in trouble. Dehaka, he gets the drag, and that could turn it, but the ult still gets triggered here. Oh, Brightwing! No! Brightwing jumping in, trying to save the day, and then she gets wrecked. The top fort is down in the middle, they're defending, but check this one out. Look at Brightwing. Brightwing teleports in just as the jet propulsion comes, and that stuns her out. She instantly gets blown up, and we see Urel also fall. 2 great kills for the blue team, and they are starting to pull ahead now. They took down the fort at the top, the fort at the bottom. It's 2 kills to 4. And I'm actually lying. The blue team lost 2 heroes, but still they're pulling ahead in the sense that they're getting a structural advantage because they were able to get damage done with those web weavers. Now it could have been more if they don't lose the 2 heroes, but technically they are still a little bit ahead. But of course that level 16 for Chili Donuts, that is a big deal, because right now if they can use that talent advantage to turn in and maybe push with it, they can mitigate the damage that was just done to their infrastructure. So right now, an opportunity for the Chili Donuts. Structurally speaking, they're behind, but they can turn this right here, right now. The web weavers are going to be descending. They're going to have a talent advantage for a little bit longer, so as long as they use that properly, there's a chance that they take maybe 1, maybe even 2 of those forts, and if they get the kill here, that would be the dream. Quadnix dies. Doesn't get better than that. This is gonna be a big pressure play by the Donuts. They have a 5 versus 4, they have a talent advantage, and they have the web weavers coming in. Yeah, that is gonna make it real difficult for Team WAC to defend. Great plays now from the red team. The fort is down. Bot lane, we'll see what they can pull off there. Top lane is getting pressure too. Web Weaver, without any resistance, is going to make it towards the wall on the keep. And in the middle, they're pressuring with everything they have. Sylvanas is about to respawn, but they are going for another kill. They want Ultralist, they can't get him. But they definitely can get that fountain, and they are starting to take the keep down, slowly but steadily. Here comes the aggressive play, though. Great move by Lauber. Very, very good stun. Just as the Nubarak started to come in and force the fight with the Cocoon. So they deny all of that. The disc is out. The keep at the top needs to be defended against. The web weavers at the bot lane have already been taken apart. 2 kills to 5, and still a level lead for the Chili Donuts. They're even in structures. I guess that's not quite true. They're a little bit ahead, Chili Donuts, of course, because this fort, this keep, is now down to 50% HP, and the wall has been destroyed here. Double turn-in is also possible. If they now deliver the gems again, they can get another turn-in and pull ahead a bit. Team Wa has also 64 gems, so plenty. But yep, there it is. Turn-in happens, and the action continues. They're trying to push these lanes out slightly, but this is quite the pressure play from the Donuts. I like it a lot, because they were the ones who found themselves on the receiving end until just a couple of minutes ago, and the blue team was finally getting some momentum, some traction here on the map, but now it is quite the opposite. They're trying to go for the Haka down here. I don't really think that they can take him down. He has a lot of survivability on his own. But Stukov, that's a different story. If they go for Stukov now, there's definitely a chance. The Cocoon against Lauber was strong. But they have to run again. There's a lot of hero cooldowns that they already popped. I mean, look at the ults. Sylvanas used her 10. Anubarak did the same. So now they don't have the rogue abilities. Max Passion is in trouble. And so is Brightwing. Both of them are very, very low and need to retreat and top their hit points up. Whereas the Web Weavers are pushing in the middle. 5 kills to 2. 52 stacks for Vala. Manticore, of course, now in and 16 too. Yeah, so it will hurt. This one will hurt. One keep is 100% going to be eliminated. The big question is simply what else can they do? We have the Disc and Cocoon on the side of the blue team, and they're consistently trying to isolate heroes or reducing the numbers of the Chilies, but they just cannot capitalize on it. They're trying over and over and over again, but they just end up being stunned out by Lauber's jet propulsion, isolated by the Haka. They're trying to defend again at the bottom of the map. A fort is likely to fall, and up here the damage just persists. They go for the second keep. 5 kills to 2, and there it is, the final kill. Finally they're getting Blaze. And Stukov, he gets... Anna keeps him alive. They try and turn it, but here comes Masquerade. And Masquerade is aiming for that backline, and then he gets the double stun out. Epicenter on level 16. The tether, the disc, and Uriel is trying to deliver another blow to them. She is, of course, now going straight for the Haka. Backhold is slowed, isolated, polymorph. They're chasing him. They're chasing him hard. The poor guy doesn't stand a chance here. Gets bullied around, pushed in one corner, pushed into another. Everybody jumping on him. And that's another kill. 5 kills to 5. They can go for boss. And what other play is there? They have the gems. They can get another turn in, and they should deliver them. But with them losing their keep in the middle and suffering enormous hit point losses at the top keep, they need to do more than that. A turn-in is just not enough, especially with those lanes being pushed back this much. They need to go for the boss first. They have the time. They got the window. They have the opportunity. And they're closing on level 20, which of course adds to all of this even further. So here we go. Boss is taken. Time for the turn-in. Could have maybe timed this even a bit better. Who has all these gems? Masquerade has 30, which means that these two should have... Who actually has those gems? Yeah, Uriel has the gems. And Uriel was attacked. They tried to gang up on her. Can you imagine? Can you imagine her dying? Losing 40 gems? What a disaster that would have been. Talking about disasters, that's a disaster too. Yeah, you can kiss your life goodbye, my friend. You can bunker up all you want. I don't care. You're dead. You're just dead. You might buy a little bit of time for your team so that they can defend the boss at the top, but Lauber is not going to make it here. So all the way up at the top, the boss did some damage, but got defended against. 6 to 5 kills now, and level 20 talents are ready. Uriel is defending in the middle, but it doesn't change the fact that there's still a turn available for the blue team that they're getting thanks to Quarknix delivering the 3 gems that were missing. And now, with 40 seconds until Blaze is back, this is a big opportunity for Team to make some moves here. Push out some of these lanes. First of all, take the fort in the mid lane. That's step number 1. But they don't even have to push for it. They should push one of the side lanes and just let the mid lane do what it does. The Web Weaver should be able to take that down by itself. But then the big play, go for one of the keeps. Especially the top keep, since the entire wall is open, is of course a juicy target. So here's the play. 10 seconds until Blaze is back. And yeah, that is gonna hurt. Mid lane, Uriel, she's still pushing another lane out, but another wave out. But again, this is definitely happening. This fort is gone. There's nobody there defending it. The keep just takes priority, and they know that too. So 6 kills to 5, and off we go. Fountain down. Yeah, that Web Weaver needs glasses. That thing wasn't even there anymore, and they burn it down instantly. They burn it down immediately. The keep hasn't taking damage, I guess a bit, but not really a lot. So Vala in the middle now, attempting to defend after the fort has already fallen. Yeah, the fight gets still pressured and pushed. Lauber was looking for a jet propulsion connect, but was just falling a bit short. 6 kills to 5. Ultralisk. What a game. What a first game for this series. The grand final with also on 20 now the Farflight Quiver. The Armored stance is in, and push comes to shove. And down at the bottom of the map, the keep is down. They took 1 keep, so it is dead even in structures at this point. They're absolutely even. 2 keeps each is what they can rely upon now. Okay. And what do we get now? Who's gonna go for a push in the middle? It's the blue team that has another turn available. They have more gems. And they have only 5 that they still need to deliver here. And there it is! They managed to pull that off in the middle. At the top, the disc is missing. They're going for the play. And can they get the kill? Can Masquerade... If they can kill Masquerade, that would be big. That would be big. Then maybe the Donuts can stop this. But now they have to deal with the Web Weavers, and it's not going to be easy because the bottom keep is already gone. And if you look at the minimap, you quickly can see that both of the keeps, the one in the middle and the top lane, have already suffered quite a lot of damage. So there's a fast rotation towards the top to meet the Web Weaver as it descends, and they can burn it down immediately. As long as the blue team isn't there to assist it, they can pull that off. So it's an insta gank and kill. The Web Weaver is gone half a second after it touched ground. The mid lane, that's a different story. Here's the tether. They follow up on it, or they're trying to. The disc is in. But Stukov, always Stukov, stopping Urel mid-jump with the ult. Mid-jump with the shove. And they go for Masquerade, and he's dead. And so is Maiev, the triple kill. Banana H is eliminated. The Web Weaver at the bottom is on the core. The catapults have to be taken. Lauber, he is taking care of it. But you already guessed it. The red team is on the move towards the left side of the map. They want to end this. But then again, they are locked into this 2 versus 2 down here at the bottom right of the map. Jet Propulsion against Quacknix. And he dashes out. But for how long, that's the question. Quack is able to escape. Rel is still there. The core is falling, though. 3 of them are already attacking. The big slaps from Stukov. Yes, the auto attacks they're hitting, and they're hitting hard. Urel, she's trying against the Haka, and she's winning, but they're losing the war. They lose the battle. Team loses game number 1 as the Chili Donuts take the victory on Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
I'm not going to lie, when I set up the score for the second map, just instinctively, I put the 1-0 in favor of Team. They've been so dominant over the last few weeks and months that just in my brain it was so ingrained that of course they won it in the end. But no, they didn't. They lost. Chili Donuts with the lead in the best of 3 series at the grand final. So yeah, respect. And it's gonna be more than just a bit interesting to see what they can pull off right now. Because we are on Battlefield of Eternity, it is the second map of the series, and there is a chance that they are able to make a quick 2-0 here, a reality, and take 10 points already in the first tournament with this specific lineup. Now, Zarya gets banned, and so does Chen. Against Rutsu, you just deny him Zarya. No matter what happens, especially in Battlefield of Eternity, you make sure that Zarya is not going to be a thing. And just this Rutsu-Lauber combo just puts the fear in the hearts of so many players that faced off against them on Battlefield of Eternity in the days when they started to play Zarya plus Garrosh with a speed bubble on level 4, and you just had Racecar Garrosh run around everywhere, flipping targets into the backline, right into the damage dealers for them to be blown up. Yeah, Stukov, he also gets banned, so Stukov gets eliminated. Chen is out. Chen obviously the targeted pick here, I mean, duh. But call me intrigued. What else can they do now? I want to see what the first picks are on this one. The Haka has picked a lot these days, also on Battlefield of Eternity. You can oftentimes argue that with them all focusing on the fights in the middle of the map, he's maybe not really the perfect pick here, but he offers so much, and just the isolation and the stun are great. So we've seen a lot of the Haka early picks on this map. But now that Maiev is banned out, the question is of course also what Ultralisk is going to play. This is a map where you played a lot of Genji in the past. Depends a bit on composition, of course. But with Quacknix, are we maybe gonna get another Grey main? First we get Li Ming, okay. Very early Li Ming here. Could still play an Arrow Vala, of course. And let's not forget, the composition that won in the last game was a double support with a double front line that used Blaze as a main tank. And that's something that Lauber already tried a few times in the past, but it's still pretty wild. There's our Dehaka pick, and we get a Nubarak together with it. So again, trying to drive the fight past the opponent, use that, I was about to say tomb, but the cocoon, to either isolate a target or just push the fight past it and remove a key element. Normally you're going for the support or for one of the main tanks that has a lot of stuns to offer, and then you just drive the fight past and you're trying to use the numbers advantage to get a quick kill. Brightwing and Blaze, yeah. Brightwing again, and Blaze of course also great. Not only for the top lane where you go up into that 1v1, but also to join the team later and get the jet propulsion in. The last game should have been pretty indicative of that already, as you can imagine. But yeah. Okay, Diablo gets banned, fair enough. And what else are they going to pan out now? The blue team, they need to get rid of one of Rutsu's heroes, I would assume. With Ixia, you can't really do a whole lot. Maybe ban out... I mean, honestly, you could think about banning out Lucio. He's playing it a lot and it can be super annoying, but they're targeting not a specific player, but rather a strategy. So they eliminate Vala from the equation, which means you don't have an arrow build that is just so good against the Immortal. We haven't seen a Lunara yet in this series, and she could still be played. She's insanely popular these days too. Quacknix played her, if I'm not mistaken, in the semi-final on Battlefield of Eternity. So that might be a consideration on the blue team, but it all depends on what's getting taken now on the other side. Hanzo and Ana. So again, sleep darts coming in. Hanzo has to be careful with the arrow. Now, nothing is, honestly, nothing is more weird and funny at the same time than when you have Hanzo throwing out an arrow and at the same time Anub'arak moves in and cocoons Hanzo's target, and all of a sudden that arrow just keeps flying. And yeah, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny, a little bit sad, but it has its merits there. At least for us as viewers. Probably pretty frustrating for the players. There's Lunara. Yep, there she is. Quacknix plays her again. He did so in the semi-final, and now he locks her in once more with a variant played by Masquerade. So we have a variant taunt, Blaze follow-up with a stun potentially, and Brightwing with a polymorph. A lot of CC, a good chain on the same target that can be used. And Make now locking in the last pick for the red team, as they are hoping to take the series with a 2-0 victory and not even allow Team to go into the third game. It's Mephisto. He uses it once again. Mephisto in game number 2, everybody. The Chili Donuts trying to win the tournament here, the 5th qualifier for the X-Cup Fall. Let's go. Second game of the best of 3 here at the grand final of the qualifier. On the left side, Ultralisk for the blue team with Li Ming. We have Quacknix on Lunara. Masquerade with Varian. Blaze played by Max Passion. And Banana H is playing Brightwing for the team. Chili Donuts with Mako and Mephisto. Lauba and Anub'arak for the main tank. Bakul is playing Dehaka on the side. And we got Rutsu on Hanzo with Ixia, starting things off with the grenade, the contact healing, playing Ana. He obviously a huge backbone of the team with some crazy good plays throughout not only the series but the entire tournament. The man definitely knows his stuff. So for the time being, it's the traditional 4-1 split on the 2 lanes on the map. Up to the top side, we got Blaze against Dehaka. Down here, the 4v4 continuing as you would expect. And it's time to see what the teams can pull off now. Which one is successful in Battlefield of Eternity? Are the Chilis able to win 2 in a row? Which would be great for them. And for Team Wa, it would be one of the signs that they have to really step it up a little bit, maybe, during this season. And that it's not going to be as easy. I don't really think it was easy last season either. But they always seem to be the ones that make it. But if you remember the playoffs of the X-Cup Summer, for example, they lost in the winner bracket. They lost to the Hardos and then faced off against them in the grand final once more. But the fact alone that they were dropped into the losers bracket was pretty huge at the time. So now struggling in some of the qualifiers to lock in a victory, that's already pretty important. It definitely shows that there's plenty of teams that are trying to step up to the plate and deliver, and that are not afraid to exchange blows with the boys in blue. So for now, still Lunara, obviously Quacknix is going to slowly poke this out as best he can. We have the Furious Spark on level 1 for Mephisto. There's multiple Mephisto builds around. It depends heavily on the map and the team composition that you play, but we've seen them both. The Lightning Nova and the Missile build. Korea and China, they play the same style, always adjusting a bit. And they prioritize Mephisto even more than what we're seeing in the European scene, where there's only a few players, honestly, that play Mephisto to that extent. Make is the OG on the European side, and of course Nick lately has also started to pick up the hero a bit more. But they're breaking through the sidewall, And Ultralisk is now back down. Each team has taken one of the camps at the 1 minute mark. At the 1 minute mark when they spawn, but we are 2 minutes into the game now. Nearly on level 4. Level 1 for Blaze, the Adrenaline and Stim Pack. And the Bed of Barbs again with Taunt now finally being ready. Alright. Taunting an Uburak. And that... oh, okay. For just a second I really thought that's the first kill of the game. Ixia, can he dart himself? Nope. Goes down. Yeah, I don't really know why Anna can't heal herself. I mean, granted, this is a pretty big gun. But you should be able to at least shoot yourself in the arm or something. Shoot yourself in the foot, literally. If you can do that with other people, then why not with yourself? Like, I don't understand the mechanics behind that. So, Anna, at this point, all she needed to do is aim that dart at herself and heal herself. I mean, honestly, that is a really dumb thing to say. But then again, if you think about it, like, why the hell is she not able to do that? That's just weird. Anna should totally be able to do that. So, Ixia dies to the damage over time, but is able to save at least his allies. So, yeah, there's that. 1 kill to 0. And they're going for the next taunt here. Alright. Oh, no! Quack is dead. The duck goes down, Quacknix eliminated, and Masquerade is on the run. Varian was so proud in that moment. He practiced his insult in front of a mirror all day long. Your mama is so fat. Thrall's chain lightning bounces 3 times on her. But yeah, the problem is that it was just not enough. They got the taunt in, but then not the damage. And that was just a huge problem. Okay, so for now, we have 1 kill to 1. And they're trying with the jet propulsion again. And honestly, this is just awesome for Ultralisk. It's just painting a bullseye on a target. And he is murdering these combos. Lauber dropped in hit points so quickly. It was ridiculous. At this point, Berghult is also getting killed. Dehaka is dead. So that is again the lead for Team Wah as they are trying to pull ahead. But you look at the immortal damage, and that tells a very different tale. Because the Donuts are about to win this one. Unless Lunara is able to do a lot of damage on the left side together with Li Ming, it's going to be a victory for the Donuts. And now it's pretty close. So they are starting to take control again. But this is going to be much closer than expected initially. But at the end of the day, when the dust settles, the Chili Donuts are able to claim Immortal #1. There it is. Nicely done. Okay. So, for now, we have Masquerade attacked again, running out of mana, getting dragged, and it turns instead on Berghult. They're also low. Look at the damage from Marke. Marke is moving in with this and is just pushing them back time and time again. The Immortal, by the way, is up at the top and is most likely only going to go through the wall. But they are pressuring both lanes now. The two-pronged attack doing fairly well for them. They drop both walls. I don't think that a fort is going to fall, but as long as they do enough damage on both lanes, it's going to be okay. So, yeah. Here we go again. What's the damage output? I mean, it's early in the game, granted, but still, I want to know. 13,000 against the 12,000 that we got from Lunara. There's the taunt once more. This time against Lauber. And he dies. He's trying to escape, but he goes down. Berghult attempts the stun, but can't. He himself stunned out by the jet propulsion. Still dodging as best as he can, but the taunt is in once again. And yeah, Masquerade is just putting the fear into the hearts of the opponent's team. Yeah, his insults are so good. He could have been an end boss in Monkey Island for sure. 100%. Yeah. He definitely. I mean, those insults are pirate level. They are amazing. They're absolutely amazing. So, topside. Talking about pirates. Do you know what Blackheart's favorite support player is? Support hero? Regar! Oh, God. An oldie but goldie. Oh, yeah. Cringe level is over 9,000, Batman. I had to. Gotta spice it up a little bit. 3 kills to 1 and nearly level 10. So the blue team is doing in this game way better than they did in the last one. They're starting to slowly take the lead. And, yep, for now, They're doing fairly well. I mean, again, they're not fully controlling the game, but despite the fact that they lost the Immortal, they have a lead in experience. They didn't lose one of their forts, so there was a lot of pressure from Chili Donuts. But once that they're getting a few more kills in the later stages of the game by the blue team, they should be able to really capitalize on this. Now, Li Ming went into this integrate because we have an Anubarak on the other side that is going to drop the cocoon, so that is a big cooldown exchange victory in favor of the blue team if they go for that. But, yeah. At this point... let's see. Halftime show is already won. Blue team again. Thanks to the level 10, they're heavily ahead here. The only thing that can bring the Donuts back into this fight for the Immortal is honestly a kill or two. Yeah, let's go. No, there's the poke. The Haka isn't even here yet. Could move in. They're already pinging the bush and he's coming. The arrow fully missing. The arrow missing everything. But now they go for the kill and it is the end of Varian. He's been taunting people for too long. He's been taunting people the entire time. I heard that just recently he went over to Hanzo and told him that his mama is so fat that even stitches can't hook her. And shortly before that, he talked to Anna and told her that her mama is so fat that, well, wait a second, that Garrosh can't even throw her. He's in a wheelchair now. So, of course people are mad at him. And that's why he got killed. If you are just sitting there and insult people's relatives all day long and every day, then at some point they're going to be so angry with you that they're going to kill you. That's just what's happening. What's also happening is that the blue team is making a bit of a Hail Mary move for the Immortal, and they take it. The shield is going to be low, but they're taking it. 3 kills to 2, and the push through the bot lane, therefore inevitable. That top fort, by the way, is still not taken. Still not claimed. But the Donuts, they're coming in slowly. Yeah. Okay, so, let's go. Look at Max Passion. He's already waiting. He's waiting for Masquerade to insult them again. So they can follow up and get that stun. And there it is. The taunt is there. And Ubarak dives away. And here we go. That keep might fall. That fort might fall. Not the keep. They're not going to go that deep on this one. But they try to go for Marker. And... oh, Marker. Oh. Ah, the stun from Hanzo. But they might lose Lauber. And no, he makes it. He gets out. But they lost the first fort. But guess what? Up at the top, Barkul says, well, I can do that too. So they're looking to gain a bit of experience so that they're not falling behind in the race on to level 13. The keep won't take too much damage. Might maybe getting scratched a little bit, but that's about it. But it's a fort for fort exchange. Then again, that was dicey. Marker, whew. Yeah, he had a bit of a problem there. Was immediately attacked, but look there. Topside fort is gone, and the keep wall takes damage. The Haka is also going for the camp now. But it's actually a really nice one again. 3 kills to 2. Very close between the two teams. Structurally, absolutely even. 25,000 damage now for Hanzo. And we got 20,000 on the side of a Blaze. Blaze, the top damage dealer in the game, next to Lunara. Yeah. And level 13 talents are now ready. But it will be ready for both sides. Again, they're hovering around the point, around the camp. At the bottom of the map, the Haka is now taken over, so he switched lanes to make sure that he is going to hold on to the bottom. But they have Varian sitting at the side, and of course the goal is to take the solo laner down and drop him here. Once he sees that, yeah, he can't move out too far. Oh boy, yes. They go deep for that kill. Doesn't stand a chance. A doesn't stand a chance. Yeah, no. Oh no, the arrow. Oh, and Lauber. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, this is gonna hurt. And he gets out. I really thought they would be able to take him down too. They're trying to make a kill happen on Macke, who is able to retreat. Or is he? He's trying. And he gets out. Nice. Blaze, then again. He's also in trouble, but the keep is losing hit points. There's a top camp that pushes, by the way, that could eventually start to attack that keep. Lauber, does he have a cocoon that he could drop here? Nope, he doesn't. Well, with Li Ming still being alive, the disintegrate would melt it away within seconds anyways. But now the Immortal is up on the map, and the blue team, they gotta defend. They gotta defend the top lane a bit, because this is eventually going to do damage to the wall. But they're going for the objective now. They're trying to lock that one in. And it is a race, once more, with a slight advantage for the Chili Donuts. Back and forth fight here. And that advantage is not really that small, honestly. We're talking 4,000 hit points here. And they take now the Shaman camp as well, which the blue team is still fighting for. And they're losing time while they're fighting for it. They finally take it, but you can already tell that they are falling farther and farther behind on the Immortal. A taunt into the Immortal stun? No, not like this! Beautiful timing. Great timing by Varian. And that was great. Taunted into the Immortal stun, Blaze moving into, and once again they lose a hero. There's the Cocoon as they're trying to move away from this. Rutsu is low, Ixia is in trouble. A quick arrow to try and save the day for them, but Ixia dies. Anna is eliminated. Lauba is low, and the blue team is pushing this. 2 down, 3 down. And despite the fact that they fell so far behind on the Immortal, they can now go for the objective. At the bottom of the map, the Keep is in deep shit. Backhult tries to save it. Nubrug is now dead too. At the top, this is not going to do anything. Max Passion can easily defend it. Down here, the Keep, he will be able to claim it for now. But of course, with the Immortal still going over to team, they can now attack the top lane. They should, even with this low of a shield, be able to take the fort down. And if they send anybody down to the bottom of the map, the Keep is gonna get killed. Even if they have to sacrifice a hero, it would be kind of worth it. So there they go. All the way up at the top. Masquerade, Quacknix, they're gonna do their thing as they're starting to push. The defense is set up. 16 is another advantage that the blue team now holds over the Donuts. And Blaze is sitting at the bottom of the map, just waiting patiently. Waiting patiently and, of course, trying to get that keep. That's the one thing they have to walk away with. They're already pushing way past that fort to allow the Immortal to take it without any problems. And now it's time to just open this up. Blaze is moving in, says hello, and takes the keep down. Can get a quick stun in against the Haka. Even if the drag connects, he's going to be able to walk away from this. He's not going to be soloed here. But now the wall gets opened up too. 8 kills to 2, more than a level ahead. That lead is spectacular for them. And they can retreat here. They don't even have to fight for this any longer. They already did what they came here to do. They took the... Oh, there's an... Oh my god. Alright, they got way more than what they bargained for. There it is. The attack on Anubarak. The kill. 9 kills to 2. Easy. Quick hops from Lunara as the Leaping Stride comes in. Now we got level 16, but they are outnumbered. Are they pushing for keep? Yes or no? The damage connects. Max Passion, Ultralisk are a bit low. Another combo gets fired as Rutsu is aiming for the same thing, slowly poking them to death. But with the entire 5-man now clumping up here, they can get those heals out. They can start to poke away against the keep and maybe even take it down. But they're all a bit low. I wouldn't be surprised if they're falling back after all. With the next minion wave, they can maybe get a few additional shots in. But there's no real reason to overstay and risk dying. Considering that you now can always move back just a bit, wait for experience to tickle in. You're going to hit the early level 20 if your opponent allows for that. And if not, you can reset around the objective, maybe delay it slightly, allow that bot lane with those catapults to push. Because the point is, there's no fort that has been taken down at the bottom of the map. Meaning every single wave now contains a catapult, and no catapults are spawning on the other side. So there's zero counter pressure, and once that we are... yeah, well, 17, 18, 20 minutes into the game, those catapults that amass behind those minion waves, they are starting to thread the needle quite a bit and push all of it towards the red team's core. So the longer they fight in the middle, the worse for them. And that's going to be a big problem. There's the taunt, and that's a kill. Or isn't it? Nah, there we go. Lauba is down, 4th time that he dies here. A bit too squishy on Anubarak, and it gets exploited. They try for Marke, and they kill him too. Ultralisk with the big plays, and oh boy, yeah, the Donuts in trouble. The Donuts are getting murdered here. They're getting absolutely murdered. 11 kills to 2. Team with a great showing. And Hanzo died as well. That's the 3rd hero that falls. And I bet that there was even a discussion if they should go for the halftime show or not. And as you can see, half the team decides that it's absolutely not worth it to go for the Immortal. Let's go instead for the core. They try to play it safe. I think they could have tried the core here. With only the Haka and Ana back, they would have had a chance. With this many minions pushing at the bottom of the map, 2 catapults if I'm not mistaken, plus also a mercenary camp, whew, that is a lot of assistance on this one. But then again, now they're getting level 20, and that keep topside has already taken enough damage to be blown through very easily. Talrashas gets taken by Ultralisk. They go for the fortified bunker, the intensifying toxins are ready. And it is time to go for a final push and try to end the game here. And try they will. One is down, Lauber just gets popped. Every single fight so far that we've seen, after I would say the 10-minute mark, Lauber just gets murdered within half a second. And Nubarak just doesn't have the hit point pool and sustain with this build that allows him to survive. So now we have Anna dead as well, and of course this is only a formality. They are gonna take the game. We are going to game number 3, everybody. Team, wow, they are wiping the Donuts. The Donuts get fully wiped off the map, a 5-man team wipe. And this ends game number 2 on Battlefield of Eternity. The Donuts lose the second map, and Team forces the third map in this best of 3 series here at the grand final of the 5th qualifier. GG. Game number 3, Infernal Shrines. Yeah, we're going the distance here, and I have absolutely no idea who's taking map number 3. We got Infernal Shrines coming up now at the X Cup Fall, and I'm curious, which team is walking away with a win? Infernal Shrines map number 3, first pick, first ban goes over to the Chili Donuts, and it's... I mean, we saw 2 very different games. Game number 1, heavily contested on both sides, but eventually the Donuts were able to take a big foothold in the game. They did well, they pushed them back, they won a couple of fights, and they were just doing better and better and better in these battles. But of course it was a consistent back and forth throughout the entire game. Then you're looking over to map number 2, and Team Wat just dominated it. They did so many good moves in the middle around the first few mortals. They lost some, but it was always with a small shield, and they always got the kills to make an easy defense happen. And they snowballed it hard once that they got a bit more momentum after level 10 abilities were available. Now we're heading into Infernal Shrines, which is of course a completely different ones. Completely different setup, but yeah. So we got a quick ban on Maiev. We have Brightwing also banned out. And Junkrat. Yeah, with Infernal Shrines, I mean, you're talking about side laners like Dehaka, Leo, and Blaze. All 3 of them super powerful here, and pretty much a top tier heroes when we talk on Infernal Shrines and the side lane. Urel can be played, of course, too. She doesn't... I mean, again, it depends a little bit on what kind of composition you're going for. When we're talking about the wave clear towards the objective, then those 3 probably excel a little bit more, and they're getting played a lot. But we have also seen a lot of URL picks here today, so we could see that again, especially Backhold really like to play the Space Goat. But there's Dehaka again. Yeah, Dehaka comes into play. Vala gets banned. It's actually interesting that they're banning Vala out against the Donuts. I could have seen Quacknix come through with Vala. But then we have Lunara still around. Quack could go for Greymane. Falstad has played a surprisingly small role in these, but he's going for Sylvanas immediately. Okay. Sylvanas is in. Victory above all. Stukov. Stukov and Lurking Arm is just so good, especially when you're in a spot where you can deny the opponent from moving through choke points. I kind of like that. But yeah. The self-stun that you have is always a bit of a nuisance, but as long as you have good frontliners that can create some space for you and keep you safe, that is just such an insane ability to have. Not even to speak of the follow-ups that you can create whenever someone stuns. Lauban Jojo, a lot of survivability there, with the Laws of Hope also, the self-sustain that helps Ixia on Ana to focus on other heroes in the setup. So, yeah. And with that, what else are we getting? I mean, if you're going for Stukov, they could technically also try again to go for a bit of a sniper comp. So Mephisto gets banned against Maka. He played the hero on the last map, but his the map where he plays most of his Mephisto games is definitely Infernal Shrines. When Volskaya was in the map pool, he used that too, but you can tell that with Stukov, they are just banning out Varian because they're saying they might go for a similar sniper composition again. That leaves a Nuburak up for the taking, so if they want to still play the same style, a Nuburak would be the logical choice. Diablo is also still up for grabs, and we've seen how insane Masquerade can be on Diablo, so I would say one of the two heroes will likely be picked by him. Masquerade with one of the two, and then Max Passion with Leoric here for wave clear. And he goes Tyrael. Yeah, we had it in one of the previous games with him on Tyrael too. Back then it was with Blaze as the secondary, so he could layer the defenses again, with Sanctification leading into the bunker or vice versa. So Tyrael, once again, this time on the final map of the series. And that leaves us with Ultralisk. And if you go Tyrael, Kerrigan with Sanctification support, Greymane, Genji, look for Kerrigan here. Rutsu with Zarya, she didn't get banned, and he picks her. Lulnara for Marke, that is a nasty lineup. That is nasty. Yeah, Chili Donuts with a really powerful comp. There's a lot of sustain there. Ooh, have fun killing that setup. Dehaka, Johanna with a self-sustain, Zarya, she can always help Ana and Lunara out. The rest can peel. And here comes Gul'dan, the final pick. Gul'dan on Infernal Shrines. Guys, let's go. The third game of the series. Who decides today's qualifier in their favor? Is it going to be Team Wah or the Chili Donuts? Let's find out. Prepare yourselves for battle. Team War against the Chili Donuts. Ultralisk on Gul'dan, the final map of the series. Max Passion on Leoric, Banana H on Stukov, Quatnix on Sylvana. Subbing in today, Masquerade with Tyrael. The right side of the map, the Chili Donuts with Mako and Lunara. Lauba on Jojo with the Laws of Hope. Rutsu is playing Zarya. We got Ixia on Ana. And Berkult on Dehaka. Okay, let's get the show started. Now again, first place takes 10 points and second place takes 7 points for the leaderboard. For the standings, here we go, everybody. We're starting things off with the Echoed Corruption on level 1 for Gul'dan. Everybody is getting ready for the attacks here. And yep, Lauba in the thick of things, right at the front with his Condemned, trying to cluster them together. And they're already making a bit of a play for Leo here, but he's able to ghost out. Lunara is the main damage dealer, I mean, obviously. Well, together with Zarya. Zarya is, of course, doing real good numbers. We've seen Rutsu several times as the top damage dealer in previous games. His Zarya is fantastic, and he is going to make their life a living hell. But the sustain of this team is pretty incredible. You can do a lot with all of this. Especially if Lauba is able to get a lot of globes. If they're winning Punishers and they get the extra globes, it's really helping his level 1. And the self-sustain that he gets with the Laws of Hope. And that is going to make it much easier for Ana to heal the rest of the team, because she will have to spend less time healing the tank, healing Lauba, but he will always be able to do a little bit more with us. So, yeah, let's see how much he can get on this end. But they're going for the camps, both teams do. The one at the bot lane gets taken first. Spray game on point, just saying hello here real quickly. Masquerade didn't want to show himself, but pops the spray and says like, hey guys, I'm right here. I see what you're doing. And now on the right side, yeah, they're taking the second camp. So it's already a bit of a camp advantage for the red team. Good sleep dart. Nice. Nice job against Masquerade. Yeah, making sure that he could not move in and attempt to steal the camp away, or buy a little bit of time for the rest of the team to move in and help out. So yeah, so far, so good. There's another play for Banana H, and he is low, but he gets out. Yeah, Ultralisk and his boys, they've done a great job making it into the third game, and they really murdered them on Battlefield of Eternity. Now with level 4 talents, we get the speed barrier, so there's even more movement that allows Lunara to catch up easily, then slow them down a bit. The level 4 talents also give us the Kneel Peasants for Leoric. In addition to that, the Unstable Poison, another drag, and Masquerade is experiencing the Wrath of Lunara. Bambi is mad, and of course Bambi is mad. If your mom got killed, you would be mad too. So yeah, Bambi is just hopping around here and doing his thing. Every now and then I just have to throw that out as a bit of a PSA, because there's always people that are as surprised as I was the first time. Bambi is male. Yep. I know, there's some people that are watching this like, duh, dude, of course, didn't you see the last scene? And some people are like, holy shit. I can't even tell you for how many years I believed that Bambi was a girl. And then someone pointed it out to me, and I was just thinking, you're full of shit. So I actually Googled it. And yes, Bambi is male. And then I also remembered when somebody pointed out that yes, at the end of the movie, Bambi is like this, you know, grown-up stack. But in my head, Bambi was always a girl. I don't even know why. The name is a bit feminine, I suppose. But yeah, there's going to be quite a few people, I promise, that are looking at this and are saying like, duh. And others are like, my life has been a lie. So yeah, Bambi at this point has to half back. Well, actually not. They're fighting still for the top, and they have the level 7 lead. So they are having a bit of an advantage, but they have to fall back because it was Ultralist that poked them down so heavily. Off we go. Quick hits with Dehaka looking for the drag, and he gets it. Yep, that's a problem for Stukov. Stukov is dead. Good damage, by the way. And the entire setup of the donuts from Quacknix and Ultralisk, but all of them are insanely low now. And that kill against Stukov didn't help matters, because now their support is gone. And while Anna is still healing everybody up, they take full control over this. Another drag backhold, you monster! Look at this man. The skills with the tongue. Absolutely incredible. Yeah. Not only his girlfriend is excited, the entire team of the Chili Donuts, they are big fans. 2 kills to 0, and both of them were prepared by Dehaka. Well played. That was pretty good. So now they have the first Mortar Punisher, and they're pushing straight into the middle, straight into the top lane, trying to break this down. The side lane is already opened up, and it gets supported by Rutsu. He comes in with the rest of the team. They go for Masquerade, and oh, they nearly kill him. Oh, that was so close. They nearly got the kill, but they are likely going to get that fort, aren't they? Yep, starting to take it. Quick jump, follow-up is there. Quacknix is on the run. The fort goes down. Leo and Dehaka were both missing. It's the power of Rutsu's Zarya. Rutsu is such a monster. I mean, what do you ban out against this guy? He has multiple heroes that he is just so good at, and you need to get rid of something. He always forces you to ban some heroes that you normally would never get rid of, and that changes your entire ban pattern. And even after seeing the previous games, here Team Wah decided that they're not banning Zarya, and then he picks her and is able to keep the entire team alive together with Ana. They're doing such a great job. Lauber, he doesn't give a shit. He jumps in deep with his Falling Sword. They're popping the level 10 abilities. For now, they also have the Thornwood Vines that they can use as well. 18,000 damage for Lulnara. Zarya has 8,000, and it's just these annoying sustain compositions that are getting played by the Donuts that make it nearly impossible for anyone to deal with them. Yep, Ultralisk is also dead. What a play. Fantastic ult. He stands in the safe space right over here. And then Urutsu comes in, drops his ult, pushes him to the side, blocks his path. And that is the opening that the rest of the team needed. Lunara comes in, delivers the damage. They're taking Gul'dan down. 4 kills to 0. And what a spanking in the early game. But finally the blue team has heroic abilities. This is the moment that they've been waiting for. One of the main reasons why they were suffering in the last 1 or 2 minutes of the game this much is because they just didn't have heroics. Now though, they can rely on level 10. And they use it right away to force Lauber to jump out. Lauber, by the way, with 17 stacks now towards the level 1, meaning he is only 3 away from getting an additional 10% heal from the globes alone. Yeah, pushing that up to 30% in total. And it's camp time. 4 kills to 0. And let's see what the next objective is going to bring. Because at the bottom of the map, they're now opening up another wall. And vision alone is already going to be nice for them. You know exactly what happens behind all of this. The next objective is, by the way, spawning down here. So that's already really good prep for a potential push with the Punisher. If they can manage to take down that fountain, that would be a dream come true. But that's, of course, unlikely. It's one of the main reasons why we saw an immediate rotation on the blue team side, as they saw that approach happening. Good stacking, by the way, from Gul'dan. I gotta say, 37 stacks at the 7.5 minute mark. Oh yeah, baby. Your parents will be proud. Yeah, that is going to be the talk at every single barbecue party for at least the next couple of weeks if you win that game. Because normally you want to complete that when you're level 16, when you get the Ruinous Affliction. But Ultralisk, he is just crushing on that. 38 stacks right there. Oh, big jump from Lauber. Quest completed for Gul'dan, but he's about to die. Gul'dan is low and he gets out. He gets out barely, but he is able to escape. And now the shrine is activating as Max Passion is still playing with the top lane minions. Level 13, the advantage, a serious lead for the Donuts. And now, of course, with Abolish Magic, with Aurora, they find themselves in a spot where they have a very good shot at getting a second Punisher and trying to push for the bot lane. Yeah, level 13 talents are in, gives them the talent advantage. Leo is attempting to push out the top lane. 30 stacks already towards the red team. And just no chance anymore for Team to lock in the second objective. We're talking Arcane Punisher this time. And in the middle of the map, they are already pushing here, and they're forcing Leo to retreat too. Masquerade is coming in to help out. The N2 missing completely, trying to stop them and help the blue team to do some damage at least, but that backfired. Now they are forced into another fight they don't want to take. Nice clustering out. Oh my fucking god. Holy shit. Sylvanas gets popped. The Condemn and then all that area damage, especially Marke with the Thornwood Vines and all the damage over time that he could chunk out in such a short time frame. Dehaka pushing the top lane out as all of this happens, still focusing it. This is nuts. Punisher at the bottom down to 50% HP. The fort is gone. They only have one in the middle still standing, and they are working on changing that quickly. We're looking at 5 kills to 0. 5 kills to 0, and in the grand final, the Chili Donuts are reigning supreme. Clean plays. Very, very clean plays, at least up to now. Can Team Wa somehow pull themselves together here and bring it back? That's the big question at this point. Because currently, it doesn't look like it. There's another attempt to go for Zarya. Dehaka is moving in. They go for the silence. Sanctification is ready. They get the drag. They should be fine here. Jojo jumping deep into the back line. And the sustain is still insane. Ixia moving slowly back. The team is retreating. Gul'dan is up at the top. Drops the Horrify. Horrify is in. Marke with all the damage. How much damage? All the damage. But they are still dropping low. They haven't escaped yet. Masquerade though. And he explodes. Can he get the kill? Nah, he can't. They get a double kill. The front line is broken. Level 16 is in their hands. It's incredible. They're doing such a great job. Gul'dan should still have a lot of damage, and indeed he does. He's sitting at 39,000. He's been doing a fantastic job, but they are trailing so far behind. 44,000 damage for Lulnara. The mid lane opened up. I wouldn't even have blamed them if they would have tried to go maybe for another kill here. Ultralisk is dead. He can't escape. Lauber is trying to flatten him like a pancake, but Lulnara kind of inting a little bit. And that was a nice push. Lauber is not gonna see... No, he's gonna see himself out here. He's dead and everybody else is just rushing away. Finally 2 kills for the blue team. Finally. They lost enough in all of this. They definitely lost enough. Another drag. Berkult might have sacrificed himself for the cause, but nope. Kind of forgot about the level 4 here for Rutsu. He has the speed bubble. And with that, he just comes in, drops the shield, and Dehaka says, thank you very fucking much, and moves out of the fight. There we go. Good move, by the way, also by Banana Age. Let's not only put this on Lauber. He jumped in to take Gul'dan down, but Banana Age with a big shove, he sealed the fate of Gul'dan for sure. So now with the Mithril Maze on level 16, we have the first 5 stacks together. We have our Will of the Forsaken in play. The Ruinous Affliction has finally kicked in. That's a big power spike for Gul'dan. There's still a chance that they're bringing this back. They lost every single fort. They haven't taken one themselves yet. They only went through the wall at the bottom of the map. But they're going to have opportunities here to bring the game back. And they know it too. They're still roughly a level behind, but it's all about talents. And they are fighting with level 16 talents against level 16. Now, for Jojo, 3 more globes would mean that she is getting another 5% self-heal. And right now, she only needs 1 last globe. So for Lauber, that would be kind of neat. They sacrificed the bottom fort that has now been taken by the blue team. But they take an earlier position on the shrine, or at least they were trying to. They still have the fountain in the middle of the map, and they take the Khaldor cam down to ensure that they still have that as an option to fall back, to pre-tap, whatever they want to do. Obviously, the blue team has to react to the push at the top lane and destroy that camp. If they don't, their keep might be in trouble. And that gives the lead to the Donuts, who still have that Zarya composition, who's always able to do some work here. 15, 17 to 1 stack towards the objective. And we're talking 13 minutes in the game. Here comes the Entomb and the follow-up from Sylvanas. They go for the arrow. There's also the ult of Gul'dan. He goes for... Oh, they go for Lauber. Lauber, the heals are there. Lauber, he's alive. He is alive, and they killed Stukov, but Anna finally dies too. They still have that fountain. They still could try and retreat and go for it, but they are going for the backline now against Quacknix and Ultralisk. Lauber is doing such a great job. He didn't have a lot of hit points left, but he's doing the best he can. Make moves in with one hit after another. Ultralisk on the run. A bit of a slow that helps out, but it's not enough, or is it? Ultralisk is low. Tyrael, they're all dying. All of them are getting popped. All of them are getting popped. Guys, check this out. The entire team gets wiped. Look at it. It's the damage over time. It's absolutely the damage over time. They all just drop to it. And now the move through the middle. Leo is dead and Stukov is on the run. He might die too. He gets slowed by Make. Banana H in trouble, and he's not the only one. The biggest problem is at the core. Level 20 is ready. 15 kills to 3. The Chili Donuts, everybody. They make it work. They decide the grand final in their favor. They take Team Wa down with the sub players. 15 to 3 kills and 10 points for the Donuts as they win qualifier number 5. GG.